Okay, listen up, everybody. We're going up against a team tonight that I'm way too familiar with. And before we go out there, I want to make sure that we're all on the same page about what we need to do to win this game. So here's the plan. They are a great transition team. We have to get back on defense, and we cannot turn the ball over. So let's go out there and do what we do.
Yeah, man.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Let's do it. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94 here with some NBA 2K My Career gameplay. And today we are taking on the LA Clippers. This is the Battle of LA. This is game one. We're taking on our enemies. We're taking on our enemies in the same spot. They're playing the same arena as us, but they don't rock the same colors as we do. As I strip Chris Paul right there in the first play, I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna dunk it on Blake Griffin, and that's how we're gonna start it off. This is war. This is the big brother versus the little brother, and the big brother has been taking a couple of L's to the little brother for some time now. So we need to fix that right now. As Jamal Crawford got that nice little shot up right there. I'm coming down the lane. Oh, DeAndre Jordan on me. Take that, Jordan Hill. There you go. Ah, come on, man. Blake Griffin can't play no defense. So anyways, though, we are back with just some regular old 2K. Wow, regular old 2K, boy. Playing some regular old 2K. Yep, just like the good old days. I was like, throw it down. Oh, I made both of them flop. I made Chris Paul and Blake Griffin flop. Oh my goodness, find them two. But anyways, though, man, I don't want to talk about this game. I want to talk about some NBA. Let's talk about some NBA real quick, man. Let's talk about some of that NBA. Let's talk about some of that good old NBA. Some of that good old NBA. Yep. So with that, we have I want to talk about the race for the 8th spot in the Western Conference, the Western and Eastern Conference, because the Eastern Conference is pretty legit right now. But you got that Western Conference. Phoenix, they just lost today, so they're officially eliminated from playoff contention, and New Orleans and Oklahoma City are battling it out. Now, you guys know I'm a Russell Westbrook fan. I'm a Kevin Durant fan. I'm a Oklahoma City Thunder fan. But I want to see New Orleans and the Pelicans. I want to see the New Orleans Pelicans in the playoffs. You want to know why I want to see them in the playoffs? Because I really want to see what Anthony Davis can bring to the table. I want to see this young man's potential. I want to really see how far this young man can go. He's in the MVP discussion, but he's like fourth. He's probably fourth. You know, he's right behind Russell Westbrook, you know, for MVP right now, and he's not going to get it, but he's still in the conversation, though. He's putting up pretty big numbers, and I really want to see what this kid can do. I want to see how far his potential can, how far his potential and how potentially good he is, and how far his talent can take him. Is he somebody to be reckoned with in this league? And tonight they just lost to the Grizzlies, so that's a pretty bad sign. So they're pretty much tied up with Oklahoma, who is still out the playoffs right now, and New Orleans is holding down that 8th seed right now, and they are holding it down pretty hard. They're holding it down with. They have to hold it down with with every inch in their body. I mean, Oklahoma City's been on a 4-game losing streak. They had to meet the Spurs twice. You know, that's not a team you really want to meet, you know, plenty of times. And then, you know, there was the game against Houston. I think they played Memphis too. So, yeah. So, I mean, if Oklahoma City can get it together, they can possibly take that they could possibly take that eighth seed from New Orleans. But I really want to see New Orleans in play. I want to see Anthony Davis make his playoff debut. I really want to see him. You know, I really want to see what this kid potential holds for him in the future. You know what I'm saying? I really want to see what he has to offer. You know what I'm saying? What can he do when it matters most? You know what I'm saying? Because this is a young man to be reckoned with, and I want to see what he can provide. So I really want to see Anthony Davis in the playoffs more than I want to see a depleted, injured Oklahoma City team right now. Like, Kevin Durant isn't even playing. I really haven't. I mean, I watch it mainly for Russell Westbrook, but I really haven't been interested. Like, without KD, it's really hard to watch Oklahoma City Thunder sometimes. Especially Deion Waiters. I really want to choke the hell out of him. Every time I see him, I just want to choke him to death. So yeah, anyways though, yeah, man, I like the addition. I mean, no, what I'm talking about. I like New Orleans' chances right now, even though I think Oklahoma City has a easier schedule coming up, and I think the Pelicans' last game of the season is against Spurs, so there's only 4 games left. So they have to. So now you have to put the pedal to the metal, and you have to go full throttle here, because we're in the final 4 games of the season. And you got to go pedal to the metal, because I think, yeah, next Saturday will be the first round of the playoffs. So you got to put the pedal to the metal here, and yeah. So let's see what I'm really interested in seeing what's going to happen with that 8th seed in the Western Conference. But now I want to talk about the Eastern Conference, and there's 7th and 8th seed right now. I don't really want to talk about the 6th seed because that's the Bucks, and I don't want to jinx anything, so I'm not going to say anything about that. Hopefully they hold it down and get some wins. They just lost to LeBron and the Cavs tonight. Pretty upset. But anyways though, they got Boston, but anyways though, you got Boston, you got Brooklyn, you got Indiana, you got Charlotte, you got Miami. You know, out of all the teams, you would think Miami would be the 7th seed and they'd be holding that down, and then you have Brooklyn and Indiana. You know, Paul George, he just came back. Really happy to see him back out there on the floor after that gruesome leg injury. Derrick Rose, he came back. He came back today as well. You know, they lost, but they lost to Victor Oladipo and the Orlando Magic, who seem to be unstoppable right now on a 3-game winning streak. But yeah, you know, I don't know who's going to come out of this, because this is the Eastern Conference. Basically, all you need is 37, 38 wins, and you're pretty much in the playoffs. So, yeah. You don't need that many wins to make the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. It's not like the Western Conference. In the West Conference, you need about at least like 45, 40. You need about at least a good 45, 47 wins in order to make the playoffs in the West. Like in the East, it's not that hard. You don't even have to be a 500 team, because we have let me see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 teams right now that are under 500 and can possibly make the playoffs, even though one of those teams are the Bucks, who I think are going to hold down that 6th seed and lock that up. They just need one win, though. They need one win and they lock that seed up. So we have Boston. So we have Boston, who really have been really solid as of lately. They've been really solid, and they've been just playing out of their minds right now. And then you have Brooklyn. They've just shot up out of nowhere. You have Indiana with Paul George back. It's a good possibility they can make it. They're on a 3-game win streak right now since he's came back into the lineup. He really hasn't done much, but I think with him just being there alone, that's really helped this team. That's really helped this team feel good about their chances of making the playoffs. And then you have Miami. I don't know. I think I don't want to say this, but I personally think Pat Riley, that last game against the Cavaliers, I think Pat Riley was really trying to test and see how that team would play out. Like how would that team, play against the Cleveland Cavaliers, because they were the 7th seed at that time, and there was a possibility. And there was a possibility that they would have to play Cleveland in the first round. They wanted to see if they could really take on Cleveland in that last game, and it turns out Cleveland just mopped the floor with them. And I personally think that Pat Riley is going to purposely tank. He's going to purposely tank. He's going to knock his team out of the play. I think he wants his team to sit out the playoffs. He doesn't feel like they're ready. Get ready and just hold off until next year, until Bosh comes back and he's ready to go. But I don't think that a guy like Dwayne Wade, he's going to sit down and let that happen. I think Dwayne Wade he's going to go full throttle, pedal to the metal. He's going to pull out. He's going to pull out and get that. He's going to pull out these last 4 games, and he's possibly going to get that 8th seed, or that's the 8th seed. I think he can shoot. I think the Heat can shoot for the 7th seed, but that's up to Boston and Brooklyn and them losing. Because right now, Boston, like I said, they've been pretty solid. Brooklyn, they just lost. They lost a game. They just lost a game, so so it's a possibility that Indiana or Miami can take the chances. Charlotte, I don't see them. They're the one team right now that's just, I think, is one more loss for them, and they're pretty much done here. So Charlotte has to, it's do or die mode for Charlotte, because they lose one game, they're done. Because they're 33 and 35. They're 33 and 45. The rest of the teams have 42, 43 losses. So that's not a good look for the Charlotte Bobcats right now. They're not looking pretty good right now. They're not. Sorry. For you Bobcats fans out there, y'all not looking 100 right now. Y'all just not looking 100 right now. It's not a good sight for y'all. So I think they're done. Because one more loss, they're out the playoffs. It is 4 o'clock in the morning. I need to go to bed. My sleep regime is so messed up right now. But anyways, though, I think that this will really depend on the loss column. I think Boston is going to make it. It's really, to me, I really think it's going to come down to Indiana and Miami. I think Dwayne Wade, he's going to go full throttle, pedal to the metal, even though I personally think that Pat Riley is going to tank on purpose. Now, Larry Bird, he's not the tanking type. He's all about we're going to get this done, and we're going to get this done. And with Paul George in there, I think he's energized that locker room. He's got the hopes and dreams up of all the players. I think he's pretty much going to, and I think that's pretty much all the motivation they need to go far and make a playoff run this year. So yeah, that's my predictions. I think Boston's going to make it most definitely. They've been pretty solid these last few games in the season here. And then you have And I really think it's gonna come down to I think it's gonna come down to Miami and Indiana. I don't think Brooklyn's gonna hold down that 8th seed. So yeah, that's pretty much me, man. That's pretty much the game. We take care of business against the LA Clippers. We win the Battle of LA Game 1, and I'll have to see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out.